Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be getting into the reading today. It's been a minute. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. I was enjoying my birthday. And thank you to everybody who said happy birthday to me while I was having fun and all that. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. You guys know how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera so you guys can see the cards. If you want a personal with me, make sure you check out the Linktree link listed below. Everything you need to find me on my social medias and whatnot will be under that same link, so check it out. And let's go ahead and jump into it. Geminis, let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What are the messages coming through for them? Geminis. Alright, so first card we have the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. And I usually say this saying a lot, so it's so funny that this comes up, but with this card showing up in your reading, this is understanding that you're in the ebb and flow of change and that life is not putting you on the losing end, or that you're not a victim to life, but more so needing to adopt the mindset of you being able to leverage your opportunity if you see things from a different perspective. So some of you could be looking at life from this glass half empty perspective or a glass half full perspective, and your perspective goes into your existence. So make sure you understand it's happening for you, not to you. Life is a blessing to experience, and it's not that you're, trapped in an existence where you're experiencing all these things and it's supposed to just be a miserable experience. No, it's supposed to be an experience altogether. And you make your experience based off of how you perceive things. Okay, but I definitely do see things unfolding for you guys. Even in the midst of you questioning a lot of things, I do see personal evolution that's taking place. We also have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So yeah, some of you guys are struggling with certain habits that you keep telling yourself that you want to shake, but you're having a hard time doing so. You guys are having a hard time possibly letting go of certain people and relinquishing the need to focus on the outcome of that situation. And Spirit is asking you to loosen your grip. Where do you feel like you need to hold tightly onto things out of fear that it's just going to slip away, or in scarcity? Some of you have a scarcity mindset where you believe that someone's the end all be all for you, or certain situations are the end all be all, because you could have a very glass half full, glass half empty perspective. It all goes back to that card, which is interesting. Also, speaking of coping mechanisms, how are you dealing with your trauma? How are you dealing with the things that hurt you deeply? Are you not dealing with it? Are you just using things to be a distraction in the moment? If so, there's a need for you to examine that. Now, I also have the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. Spirit is saying that you guys do need to find new ways to, how do I say this? Find new ways to, like in a creative sense, express how you feel. Whether that's you being someone who could sing, somebody who can paint, somebody who can do certain things, right? You do need to use your experiences as a way for you to express yourself in art. That's for one. But also, when it comes to life as a whole, don't have this perspective that if you have a down moment that you're just doing life wrong. Life is an ebb and flow type of situation. You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. And to believe that bad days should never exist in life is to be ignorant. To be ignorant of the fact and to think that you're absolved from being a human. So when it comes to the intricate nature of life where there's, situations that are more tough, that are more so along the lines of difficult for us to deal with. There's no need for you to kind of get into this space of over analyzing it or taking it out of context, because again, life has its highs and its lows. Everything has its highs and lows. How are you able to recognize one or the other without the other existing? So that's important to know. But let's pull a card from here. Geminis. We have light is matter. So there's burdens that some of you guys are still holding on to, that if you die with those burdens, you will die with a heavy heart. So this is making sure that you guys are not living a life out of regret, out of fear, but mainly regret and guilt is what I'm feeling from this card. Like when I seen this card, I was thinking of the scales, and I was thinking about the heart and a feather on the scales. And again, if you die with a lot on your heart, a lot of things that you never said, never did, if you die with regret, then you never lived your life completely. And I think that now it's time for you guys to take accountability for where you guys have been just kind of coasting in certain areas, or even allowing yourself to think the wrong way. Now let's keep going. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What else is coming through? So we have the High Priestess, the Death card, as well as the Five of Pentacles. So a lot of you know that something has reached its endpoint in your life. You're starting to realize it, or starting to accept it, because a lot of you already realized that something was already on the brink of ending. But now it's a situation where you can't ignore it. You can't pretend as if the facts aren't there. And if it's not something, it's you. You're changing. Spirit is saying before you guys, this is kind of like random. Before you guys quit some sort of job, try to distance yourself from some sort of like financial responsibility, I'm even hearing. Make sure that you have some sort of like backup plan in regards to that, and not just winging it. And that was just like a very specific heads up for someone. But beyond that, Spirit is saying, or some of you guys are expecting someone to change. You're thinking that someone has changed, or that they have the ability to change. They definitely do, but that person has to have the desire for wanting to change just as bad as you do. And unfortunately, some of you guys are dealing with somebody who doesn't necessarily have that desire. And the sooner you kind of realize that, the sooner you can like let go of feeling like you failed yourself by, not being able to make a certain relationship work, or not being able to rekindle some sort of, family relationship. This is beyond just romantic. Don't feel guilty when it has a lot to do with the other person contributing to the situation as well. For a lot of you also, Spirit is saying that you need to give yourself a chance to recover. Some of you have recently let go of something really big in your life, and it's like expecting that, I don't know, that you're supposed to have new love on the way by now, or you're supposed to have like just everything figured out immediately. And it's like you guys are not giving yourself enough credit or even leg room to be happy or to be content with the changes that are happening around you. But these are just some of the things that I see. I hope that this reading was something that took some sort of load off your back or helped you in some way. If it did, definitely feel free to thumbs up the video, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.